Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in-minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged, episode 637. I got to get it right here. Happy Monday. Couple things. I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors, Dr. Dish. They keep being the most innovative shooting and training solution out there. I don't know why you wouldn't buy them. So go over and check it out. Mention Coach Unplugged, and they'll give you $350 off your next purchase. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It allows us to do these podcasts. If you're liking these podcasts, if you're wanting them to keep going, we're at 637 of them. It's a lot of them. Teachhoops.com and the membership site allows us to do that. So if you'd like to support us, go over and check that out. New sites coming, new prices are coming, all sorts of new things. So join before that changes. So let's head off. Today's going to be a quick one with a coach from Great Britain. So enjoy.
But yeah, I had so a few more. So I've been coaching on the Great Britain pathway for youth.
Okay.
So there's 10 regions across Great Britain, and Basketball England set a schedule for the drills that we do, and then we all follow the same program. There's like 8 sessions a year.
Okay.
And these kids they're basically being scouted to play for the country.
Okay.
So, at a lower level, like these are 15, 14-year-old girls and boys and 16-year-olds. And there was something we were doing recently I wanted to get your opinion on. It was that they were very much moving away from like the deny defense. And they're, as a country, they're trying to move into the gap a bit more. So
more
covering up for a lack of skill or athleticism. Mm-hmm. So you don't get into a deny when you're one pass away. You jump to the ball, you jump to the gap.
Yep.
Just what is your thoughts on that?
I love it. I mean, if Tony Bennett, who's the Virginia coach, who's in the Final Four, it's help side, it's pack line, it's it's rotational stuff. I'm working on some stuff for T-Tubes actually on it right now because I'm going to do some of it next year. I love it. I think it makes up for, you're Zion and I'm not Zion. I can stop you from getting the basket. Not all the time, but I can help by gapping it and, And then the thing is you're not necessarily giving open threes, you're gapping, but then you're running out on the 3-shooter.
Close out. Yeah.
You're closing hard to get them off the line, and then if they come around, then you're gapping. It's the second and third rotations that make it hard. Kids will help on the first one. Yeah.
So they jump. We have them shouting even gap in one of the drills just to get it in their heads. But they're set, and then they're closing out short or they're closing out long. And we're doing different drills.
Yep.
And so then my next 2 questions was one around closeouts. I wondered if you could give me any guidance on how you teach a long closeout versus a short closeout? And then my second question was this is a harder question, but like the easiest way to teach like man rotation. Is there like, I always struggle to sort of have the right formula for that to teach it.
Yeah. So the first one is the high. It's going to depend on it's going to depend on the kid and the shooter.
Right.
But as far as the high, I mean, I'm not a one hand, two hand close. I'm more like you just got to get something up at that point, because all the studies I've seen, it's like, you know, some people will do happy feet and close out with 2. Some will close out with 1 and down. Some will close out with the hand that's closest to what they're shooting. You know, you can find – it's like, how do you defend a ball screen? Well, some people will hedge. Some people will jump. Just do something is my first rule. And because it's the math teacher, if you do close out, the percentage drops. Now, you know, there's a difference between how you're closing out and where you're closing out, whether you're, you know, closing out high or closing out low. You know, I work on every variable that can do it, but it's like 2 minutes. You know, we're going to close out on hand. We're going to close out 2. You know, we're going to close out. So every variable, you know, that can happen, we don't have enough time to spend 5 minutes on this, 10 minutes on that. We'll do 2 or 3 on each, because in the heat of the battle, they're going to just go to one of them, and as long as they're closing out, that's the easiest. Now, as far as teaching it, I like to do it in very small groups of 3 or 4, 3 on 3 or 4 on 4.
Yep.
And then, you know, we work on the closeout, and then we say we're going to push them we can, but we're going to let them go. So then we work on the rotation of where's everybody coming. You know, I'll put guys in different spots. You know, we'll start on a wing, and I'll say, you're going to go baseline. And we're going to let them go baseline. Well, so then where are the other guys? So then I situate the other guys in their side. Film is really good for showing this. You know, if you're doing 4 on 4, 5 on 5, and you can stop them and say, hey, this is where we didn't get to, you know, I call it freeze, and I have everybody freeze when we're doing live stuff. All right, who got beat? Where should the rotation come from? And then eventually I'll show them tape of that. But I would do it in a, you know, you can do it. It's the whole part thing. So you want to do it in small groups. You really can't do it 2 on 2. You got to do it 3 on 3 or 4 on 4.
Okay.
And then do it in small, and then let them do it 5 on 5 and just let them play. And they'll get beat, and the rotations won't be there. And then you stop them and explain, and then go back and say, all right, here's what we're not doing. We're getting that first help, but we're not getting the drop from the top down on that second rotation. It's the second and third that kill you. Everybody will stop the ball from getting dunked on, you know, or into the basket. They won't do the second drop or the third drop is where you get killed.
So you condition the drill so they allow them they get beat. They get beat on the closeout.
Yep. They close out and then they go, and we're saying you're going to let them go. Normally we would not. You don't want to let them go, but I said you're going to close and then you're going to let them go. So you got beat. So what's going to happen? What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? So you want to put them in a situation where they're actually at a disadvantage and getting beat.
And are there simple principles for rotation? Like you go to the next nearest man, or you drop.
Yep, you drop. You got to drop to protect. So usually when you're getting beat, it's to the basket.
Yeah.
So you want to drop to protect, you know, the paint. And then what's going to happen is the good players, if you watch the NCAAs, good players are going to get in there and they're going to slow. The game just slows for them. So they get in there, they slow in the paint, and then they go, oh, crud, I don't have anything. And then they kick it out. So then that's even the harder rotation. We've stopped the drive. We've got the sink so he can't dish it off to a low guy. Well, where's he going to go?
Hey, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing great. All right. A couple things. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. That would be really great. I think, part of the reason I got into this, in part, I've been through what you're experiencing right now. I've been a youth coach. I've been a high school coach. I've been a junior high coach. I've helped at the college level. I've coached NBA guys. I've won multiple state titles. I know what you're going through, and I am here to help. And if you email, I will email back. And if you join our community, you want to get on a one-on-one call, I will do that with you. And I don't know of any other resources that will allow that to happen. So go over and check it out. Big changes coming to teachhoops.com. Also, a lot of free things you can do to help us out. Subscribe and like here, leave a written review wherever you listen. You can do that here. You can do that on YouTube under Teach Hoops. We have thousands of videos over there. And then if you do any shopping on Amazon, like we do in our house, down below is the Amazon link. I don't get anything from my Amazon link, but if you use the link down below, www.teachhoops.com/Amazon, and you do any sort of shopping there, we get a small little commission every time you purchase something because you came from us, and it helps us with our hosting fees. So go over and check it out. All right, let's get back to the podcast.
Well, where's he going to go? He's going to go out. Well, now we're back into scramble mode. So then I teach them, this is why we don't want to get beat off the dribble. This is why we don't – because – we're scrambling at this point.
And would you teach? Would you ever tell them to do like flybys? Is that just a last resort? You have to just
the flyby for a shot.
Yeah, like I guess on the last second, you just got to go all out speed, and you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I hate flybys because you're out of the play. I guess if it's a shot at the end of the buzzer, end of the half, end of the quarter, but. How often is a flyby going to be a foul too? It's like, coaches don't have hair because of flybys. To be honest with you.
So you have long. So you're long. So is there a way you differentiate the short and long closeout? Is it just the distance before you start? Chopping your steps.
Yes, and it's also like, if it's me versus Zaya. I mean, you got to look at foot speed. How are you doing it? Yeah.
Okay, and then. Can you draw? Are you able to do that thing where you draw those rotations on the screen? Like an example of someone on the room.
I think I can. I'm at school, so I don't. It won't.
Oh, don't worry.
No, it won't be pretty, but I can try to do it on this. Okay, so let's see.
Like a typical rotation if you're getting beat baseline or in the right wing.
Yep. So he's here. He's here. So let's put an offense up here. So he would be gapping. Put an offensive player here. So we'll put the ball here. This is all right. So then he would be gap here. Put a guy here. He would be here. Maybe put a mid post. Like here. So let's say he gets around at this point.
Yeah.
So the problem is he's sealed. So hopefully he's kind of worked his way around. He's not going to be able to help at this point. So what you want to do is work on these rotations. Where is everybody going to go? Well, he's going to stop ball. So then he's got to sink. He's got to come down. So like I said, what's the good player going to do? The good player is going to get in here. He's going to jump stop. And then he's going to go, oh, crud, this guy's 6'5". I'm not, or 6'7". I can't do anything. And the guy that's here who's flashing maybe is going to be stopped. Well, where am I going to go? Well, if these guys are good offensive players, they're like this. So he's here. Where's he going to do? He's going to stop. He's going to pick. And then he's going to kick. Well, then this guy's going to have to recover back out to get a high hand. And this is where you play with a piece of paper. Well, where are we getting beat? Are we getting beat here? Are we getting beat over here? Are we getting beat, you watch the NCAAs, they were getting beat in the middle. Well, if they get beat in the middle, then the guy's got more, he's got more angle spots inside to be able to attack. Right. So that's where you got to see your team and your opponent. It's like, where are they beating us? So, we'll push baseline a lot. And sometimes we'll even play, where we try to keep them on one side of the court. It also depends. Sometimes I'll push middle. If I got a big, I'm pushing middle because I got a rim protector in here and I got more help. So it just depends on the screen. But I think what you want to do is play around with, we're getting beat baseline. Where would they set up rotation? If you went back and looked at some of your games, you could say, okay, here's what teams are doing. They're running 5 out. They're running 4 out, 1 in. Mm-hmm. here's 2 drills that I can do where they're getting beat. And again, boom, 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 work on the rotations, let them get beat. Try to correlate a couple things, closing out, getting beat, rotations, boxing out. If there's one thing I've taken away from the NCAAs is you got to rebound. Like all these teams that are playing are rebounded, man. They're just rebounding. They just, that's my off season. It's like, how can I get my guys to be like these teams? Because they just all go get it. It's like death, like to get that ball.
Texas Tech were pretty good on the offense.
Yeah, they're all good. Go to the glass hard. So that's something we're going to work on in the off season about how we can take that next step to rebounding wise.
Yeah, I guess because you give you let off the other team when you don't go to the glass. They don't have to box out. They can get away in transition.
Right, and they can do that stuff.
But I noticed with the NCAA that like traditional ball deny help is almost irrelevant. They stick so tight to their men.
They do, but watch Virginia. I'm telling you, watch Virginia on Saturday or Sunday morning for you. Watch them. It's going to be like, whoo, it comes and you're going, oh crud, all these.
Yeah.
Hold on, there we go. I'm at work. They're trying to save money. Lights go on. I don't move enough.
Lights out.
Yeah, box out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I noticed as well. They went from a zone to a man in the same possession quite a few times. A few teams.
Yep.
I think they went after a few passes. The commentator and analyst said they were switching to a man, and I noticed that.
Yep. So part of that change up, and you and I have talked about this. Part of that change up is just to get teams out of rhythm. Boom, boom, boom. They've hit us. We're going to change just to get us out of rhythm. Then we're going to go back, even if it's a different type of man, maybe it's a push baseline man. Maybe it's a denial man. Maybe it's a backline man. You can change man to man and still make it a little bit different, and it freaks people out.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. I would ask that you stop running. You call home, you go, honey, I need to join teachhoops.com. I need to become a better basketball coach. This Coach Collins knows what he's talking about. He's experienced it all. He can help me take my coaching game to the next level. I hope I can. I think I can. Go over and check it out. Subscribe and like. Make sure you go over also and check our YouTube channel out. Teach Hoops on YouTube. Hundreds of videos, thousands of videos. I think we're over thousands of videos now. Go over and check that out. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you're going to do any shopping tonight, click on our Amazon link down below and then go shopping. You won't even notice it. It doesn't cost you anything, and we get a small little affiliate. Helps us with our hosting fees. Talk to you soon.
Evening. Buyer's remorse. Buy a new car? I'll be moving in. Let's get started.
Sorry, I think there's been a mistake. I bought it from Carvana.
You what?
Yeah, great price. I even have 7 days to love it or return it.
So there's no...
No buyer's remorse. More like buyer's rejoice.
I guess I'll let myself out. Congratulations. I mean it.
Buyer's rejoice. Buy your car today on Carvana.
Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.